Hello guys, this is Bismarck and welcome back to another session on Rxjava Operators. Today, we take a close look at these skip operators and their variants. We have in Rxjava, we have skip operator, skip last operator, skip while operator, and skip until operator. First of all, let's look at skip operator. What does skip operator means in Rxjava? Skip operator is an operator that suppresses the first n items emitted from an observable and allows only the items afterwards to emit. And what it simply means is that here we could see we have skip 4. This is an observable and it is going to emit 1 to up to 19. Now, what we want to do is we want to skip the first 4 items. So at the end, what are we going to get? We are going to get from 5 up to 19. This order we are going to get. Should we run this? Then we will see what we are going to get. Let's run this. It is done running. Then we could realize that it starts from 5 up to 19 exactly. This is simple. So once we have a scenario where we have a stream of data, but you are not interested in all the data or the stream, you just want a part of it. If the part that you want is starting from the beginning, then you should consider skip operator. Now let's go to the second variant, which is skip last operator. We make do with this example. Now with the second operator, we have here skip last operator. What we are going to skip is we are going to skip the last elements, the last 4 elements of this data set. It has the same, like similar meaning as the skip. But what is the difference? The difference is that it's just going to skip only the last 4 items in here. Should we run this? Then we will see what is happening. It is done running. Then we could see that actually it starts from the first element up to the 15th element, then escape the last 4. Quite easy, isn't it? Okay, now let's look at the next operator, which is skip while operator. Let's make use of the example skip while operator. Now in the skip while operator, the skip while operator is nothing but is a form of skip operator. But what it does is that it skips all the emitted items from an observable until a condition or the predicate test is false. And what I mean is, if you have skip while, it takes a predicate test like a filter. It is like a filter, but not a filter operator. Okay, so here let's try to skip when it is not 4, when the items is not 4. What we will do here is integer not equal to 4. Okay, so from considering this data set, it will start from 1 to going. Now when it start emitting 1 is not 4, it will skip it. 2 is not 4, it will skip it until we get to 4, then it start emitting. So now our result should be from 4 up to 19. Let's run this and we will get what it means exactly. So now it started from 4 up to the 19th element. So this is how the skip while works. But I bet I want to touch on one point. The skip while seems to work like a filter operator, but not like that. A filter operator also takes a predicate function. Now, should we use a filter operator here? What is going to happen is it will start emitting from 1 up to 19, but it will filter out the element which is not 4. It will filter out the element which is not 4. So should we run this example? You see that we will get a different result. Apart from, we get a different result than this result that we got. Let's run this and we see what will happen. Okay, so you see it emitted all the elements with the exception of 4. Okay, so it's actually emitting the filter is actually emitting the data set when it passes this condition, when it is not 4. And 4, sorry, when it is 4. Okay, so when it is not 4, it will filter it out. When it is 4, it will filter it out. So that's why it filtered out the 4. So now we get the understanding. So under no circumstance should you consider filter as skip while. Let's maintain that. This, if you want to get understanding of filter operator, I have talked about it in my past videos. You go to my channel and you see the videos about filter operator. Now let's go to the next operator. The next operator is skip until operator. What does skip until operator means? Skip until operator is also a variant of skip operators. So it's also a form of a skip operator, but what it does is it will skip all the emissions, all the emitted items until the second operator or until the second observable starts its emission. So let's copy the same example in here. Skip until operator. Now we consider with a skip until operator. Let's first of all delete this. It's a bit tricky, so let's try to understand this. As the definition went, it will skip all the elements until the second observable starts its emission. So I use a trick here. First of all, this data will be emitting one by one. I understand that, but I just want to delay the emission of these items. So you can either use delay or zip wait. So I'm interested in using zip wait. So I'll use zip wait. Then the observable dot at interval. So I pass 1 second. So I'm just going to emit these items at an interval of 1 second. Get it? Okay. Integer. So here you will see that one will wait for 1 second to emit, the next 1 second the two will emit, then the next second, so and so forth. Now let's apply our skip until operator. Now we will see here is that let's try to start emitting after a delay of 3 seconds. So this is our second observable that the definition was talking about. Timer is what we are going to delay. So we are going to use to delay the emission. So it will skip until or from 3 seconds going. So let's pass 3 seconds. Okay, with this example, first of all, let's see something, because I've seen something. Whenever I'm running, I'm using an interval or anything that has to do with timer or something like that. With the Java version, it doesn't really work. So let's copy this in Android. So in our main activity, we have this example. So from array 1 to 10 or 1 to 19. So as I said, we zip with or we delete the emission after interval of 1 second, every 1 second. Then we skip after 3. So should we run this, we will see what will happen. It will start emission from 3 up to 19. Let's run this and see what we are going to get. Okay, here we go. It starts from 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. It will go on and on until it gets to 19. Okay, so let's try to increase the delays. For example, should we skip until the second emission? So this second observable is going to let it emit after, let's say, 6 seconds. If you run this, they say because each of the emission takes 1 second to emit, it will start the emission from 6. I hope this is not difficult anymore. So it's running. It's running. Okay, as we said, it started from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So after every 1 second, it emits the data. So this all about skip operators. This is the end of our tutorials on skip operators and its variants in Rxjava. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do and subscribe so that you get the juiciest videos that I release every now and then. And if you have any comment or if you have any misunderstanding concerning not Rxjava alone or Android and you want me to treat it, you can comment on this video. You can comment on it. Then I will take a look so that I will put it as part of my schedule so that I will make time to bring you the video or the understanding that you are craving for. Thank you for staying up with me on this video. And until next time, have a happy coding.